all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
United States President Donald Trump's White House former chief strategist Steve Bannon claims that experts from the Chinese laboratory have defected and are working with US intelligence agencies. Steve Bannon even stated that spies were building a case against Beijing over the global pandemic. There are people out of the Wuhan lab and other labs that have come to the West and are turning over evidence of the culpability of the Chinese Communist Party. The former chief strategist termed Wuhan as a biological Chernobyl. Steve Bannon said that the defectors were in touch with agencies in Europe. People around these labs have been leaving China and Hong Kong since mid-February. US intelligence along with MI5 and MI6 are trying to build a very thorough legal case which may take a long time. It's not like James Bond. Steve Bannon even urged UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson to scrap plans to allow the Chinese communication firm Huawei in the country. Chinese firm Huawei is touted to play a key role in UK's new 5G network. The Prime Minister is expected to announce Huawei's future in the country within a few weeks. Steve Bannon initially worked as a naval officer, investment banker and film producer. Meanwhile, Chinese government's own Center for Disease Control and Prevention admitted that the virus had been brought in the market. Steve Bannon goes on to call Wuhan Institute a terribly mismanaged institute. I know that certain defectors are working with the FBI here to try to knit together what happened in the Wuhan Institute. It is horribly run and terribly mismanaged. The former chief strategist claims that scientists at the lab were conducting experiments which they weren't fully authorized to. The thing was built with French help, so don't think that there aren't some monitoring devices in there. I think what you're going to find out is that these guys were doing experiments which they weren't fully authorized for or knew what they were doing, and that somehow either through an inadvertent mistake or on a lab technician, one of these things got out. Steve Bannon's statement came after a scientist from Hong Kong revealed that China knew about the presence of deadly novel coronavirus. The scientist who works at Hong Kong School of Public Health stated that China had the obligation to reveal it to the world. Globally, around 12.75 million people are affected by COVID-19.